Good evening, friends. It's Sam here, priest of Sacred Oak Temple in Edmonton, Alberta. Today's ritual on April 17th, 2026, is on ending long-term relationships. We begin, of course, by acknowledging that we're located in Treaty 6 territory, the ancestral and traditional territory of the Cree, the Dene, the Blackfoot, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, and the homeland of the Métis peoples. These lands are sacred. They are blessed by the gods, and they hold the spirits of the ancestors. As we remember our ancestors and honor dead, let us remember as well those ancestors whose spirits live on in this land, whose names we do not know. I offer tobacco as I pray to the indigenous spirits of this place as a recognition. May it be accepted, and may this place be my home. I also offer sage as a cleansing to clear out negativity and help prepare us for the work at hand. I'd like you all now to settle yourselves comfortably. Close your eyes and listen to my voice. First, settle yourself in your particular place and feel the energy where you are, the steady pull of the earth on your body. Listen to the wind blowing, traffic sounds, the birds singing outside your home. You're a person in a place exploring a set of experiences. All who hear my voice right now, push out your senses and reach out of your bodies. We cast our circle now from hand to hand to hand to hand, separated physically by thousands of kilometers, but of one spirit and one body. Reach out of your space, your home, and feel for the hands of others who are gathered through this circle in the community formed through Sacred Oak Temple. And feel the energy of the earth as it flows up through your body and out through your hands to all the others here in our circle. Feel their energy flow into you and through you back to the earth. And open your eyes. This is a ritual about ending long-term relationships. This is a place that is not a place, in time that is not a time, halfway between the worlds of gods and mortals. This is a place that is all places, a time in eternity, where gods and mortals come together. And this is a place that is our home, a time that is our lives, where we can be greater than we thought. As I turn to each direction now, I'd like you to do the same in your own homes. To begin with the east, which is behind me. East is the home of the air. At the beginning of things, we have so many hopes and dreams, and we look to the future. Open the door to the east now and welcome in the air. South is the home of fire. At the beginning of things, we have so much passion and energy as we push forward to accomplish our dreams. Open the door to the south and welcome in the fire. West is the home of water. At the beginning of things, we care so deeply and we dream together. Open the door now. The power of water. North is the home of earth. At the beginning of things, We feed each other and we build together. Open the door now for the power of earth. And center is the home of spirit. At the beginning of things, everything is so new, and we pull together and live on dreams. We open the door to the center and welcome in the spirit. Sometimes, when we're in a long-term relationship, we find ourselves being absorbed by it. We see ourselves not as a person with relationships, but as the relationship. Not as myself, but as the friend of someone, or the partner of someone, the mother of someone, the member of a particular church or political party. And I'll quote from Florence Welch's Body of Water. To give yourself over to another body, that's all you want, really. To be out of your own and consumed by another. To swim inside the skin of your lover. Not have to breathe, not have to think. But you can't live on love, and salt water's no drink. So when the time comes, and we can no longer be in that relationship, we can no longer be that person, we struggle to see who we are outside of it. We all want to end long-term relationships kindly and cleanly, compassionately, but completely. We want to feel the minimum amount of anger and resentment, to feel and inflict the minimum amount of hurt. Being able to distance ourselves is both easier and harder now that we don't have to live in the same small communities where the web of connection holds all of us in place. We can break free, but then we have no support. When we divorce, for example, far too often, we divorce the family that we had belonged to, the web of friendships that we had built and relied on, often our homes and frequently our jobs. Ending an old friendship is like a divorce. We question the meaning of all that we have shared. We lose a past and a future. Now, if there is any lingering connection and any continuing pain that you feel, take out your candle and cord. Light the candle and set it in front of you. Now look at the candle flame. Think about the relationship that you are ending or that has ended. It might be an old friend that you have drifted away from. It might be a lover who no longer loves you or whom you no longer love. It might be a dream of your future, of future plans. It might be any connection that you no longer feel. Thank the person for whatever good they brought into your life. Because over the course of a long relationship, there must have been a lot of good. If you can, say out loud some of those things that were good. say aloud why you are no longer going to be involved with them, if you can. Take a moment now to focus and make a clear commitment to ending it altogether. Take your cord and hold it firmly in both hands. And then hold it over the candle flame, when I do, until it burns through. When it burns through, feel how the ties that held you to that person or that group or that ideal are now completely severed and you are free. Put the pieces of cord in your offering bowl. Let the candle continue to burn until you want to put it out. No matter how sad you are, no matter how much trauma you have suffered, one day you'll step outside and see that the sky is a lovely shade of blue. The birds are singing each to each, and the world is, even just for that moment, a beautiful and blessed place to be. It's time now to bless and share food and drink. It is not we who bless food and drink, but they who nourish us. For in their nature they nourish our bodies, and in sharing food and drink we create community. So it was in ancient times, and so it is today. And so, as we go into the future, may you never thirst. Excuse me. And may you never hunger. Have something to eat and something to drink. Share food and drink with me now, and with whoever's in your circle at home. Thank you to the divine mysteries, the goddesses and gods that are revealed and concealed in the workings of the world and in our lives. Now to say goodbye to the directions, to the center. We connect, always. At the end of things, when one connection ends, others begin. We thank the ancestors and the gods for joining in our rite and ask for their continued blessing and strength. And we close the door of the center with thanks to Spirit. To the north, we make and our dreams are real. At the end of things, what we made remains. After the relationship that sparked the work ends, we close the door of the north with thanks to the earth. Blessed be. to the west. We love because love does not last. At the end of things, love will return in a new form, no matter how many times it ends. And we close the door of the west with thanks to the water. At the end of things, passion and love and desire can shine a light, can clarify, even if just for a moment, and give us direction. We close the door of the south with thanks to the fire. Blessed be. To the east, at the end of things, the breath of life pushes back against death to create meaning. We can always look to a new future. And we close the door of the east with thanks to the air. Blessed be. Before we completely leave this sacred space, I'd like you to ground again. Take a deep breath. And hold it, and now release it. And again, in, release. And finally, again, may we go from this place refreshed and aware. This circle is open and yet unbroken. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be, everyone. The next temple rite is the full moon on May 7th at 7 p.m. I will see you then. Blessed be.